Brother Pascal Robert from Black Agenda Report, as well as This is Revolution podcast. And his most recent piece over there at the Black Agenda Report is Are Black People the Crash Test Dummies for Democrats? Brother, that title is stabbing me in the heart, man. Tell us about that article, because we got to catch up on a whole lot of things here.
Absolutely. Well, the premise of the piece is that basically the Democratic Party uses the misery.
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we're good to go now, brother. Go ahead. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, brother. Good to see you. Good morning to you and your crew as well.
Thank you,
basically, the premise of the piece is that the Democratic Party uses the misery and suffering of Black people as a means to maintain legitimacy as seeming as the barometer of the civil rights movement party, while actually not performing in terms of policy measures for the Black community, and constantly using them as crash test dummies to either promote candidates or promote voting for them regularly without return on investment. And I start the article talking about how in 2008, you saw certain thought leaders in the Black community. For example, there was an article in the New York Times that came out around the time Obama was being elected called Is Barack Obama the End of Black Politics? And in that interview, one of Obama's pollsters, I believe his name is Cornell Belcher, is talking about how Obama is the new Black politics, and that, we don't really worry about those civil rights things that we used to in the past, and that he's the embodiment of all our aspirations. And at the same time, we see in Obama's presidency, Black people lose over 35% of their wealth. We see that, we have the beginning of all of the, police homicides across the country. 95% of his job growth were low-wage temp jobs. The opioid epidemic hits, the working class white community pretty hard. And as a result, the material benefits of his presidency end up, basically bringing forth nothing in terms of benefits to large numbers of the Black community. Yet again, Black people were used as crash test dummies and told, put your
Hey, Pascal, nah, man, hold on, slow down, bro. You can't talk about President Obama like that on these here internets, man. We get, and you got to understand, Pascal. Not that we're going to make this conversation a referendum on Barack Obama, but we most certainly had to make it a referendum on the style of politics that have led us to today. However, bro, they got Barack Obama on the mantelpieces of every grandmama's house across the country, man. My father-in-law got it up in his house now.
Well, there's a reason for that. The reason for that is to keep Black people intoxicated with the notion of the first Black this, the first Black that, without any kind of return on investment for supporting that kind of shallow, vapid, empty symbolism. It's really a catch-22 situation that we find ourselves in this vicious cycle where the only thing Black people are rendered to being able to aspire from receiving from their politics is symbolism and, chucks and pearls and ski wee and I went to HBCUs.
Hey, hold on. God, man, hold on, Pascal, because ain't nothing you're saying wrong. But what you're saying is cutting deep, man, because now you're talking about the vice president, who's an Alpha Kappa Alpha, and so is my wife.
I'm in one of these Black fraternities.
I'm not. And listen. I'm just playing the foil here, right? Because at the end of the day, y'all been saying this over the Black Agenda Report since before people like me actually got woke. All right. I'm going to claim that word back. I'm sorry, all white folks who messed it up. I'm going to claim it back. Over at the Black Agenda Report, y'all been speaking this truth for a long time. Rest in power to Bruce Dixon and Brother Ford, Glenn Ford. Yeah. His first name almost escaped me there for a second. Two powerful brothers. Here's the situation we're faced with today, though. They've made it exceedingly easy for this critique to be broadcast across any channel. Because you can't tell me that Black people are supposed to sit back and say, not only are we not going to, get any material increase, not only are we going to suffer a material decrease, but we're also going to sit back and let you just snatch away voting, like the entire pretense of the Democratic Party was voting. And now we can't even do that, bro.
I'm so glad you brought that up, Brother Dixon, because One of the things I discussed in my piece is a bit of a controversy that was going on in the chattering class circles between certain black media figures and certain white journalists. I don't know if you're familiar with Eli Mistel, who's at the Nation. He's the black MSNBC contributor. The Frederick Douglass.
I know. Yeah, I know. Cool dude. What you got on?
He wrote. No, I'm not mad at him, but he wrote an article in the Nation a while back. Basically, the title of the article is "Are the Democrats are going to abandon black people again?" And what he was discussing was the rise of this particular political data analyst named David Shore. Now, David Shore is a young white guy who works within the Obama administration and in the constellation of the Biden administration. He's basically a pollster, data analyst kind of guy, and he's been making statements to the Democratic Party insiders. There was a great interview with him with Ezra Klein in the New York Times, where he's saying, listen, all of this racial woke grievance stuff, it's costing you votes, and we need to appeal to the white working class. Literally saying that.
Boy, you about to make me have a conniption over here. That's how they lost that's how they lost that strategy of ignoring black. Please continue, because you about to make me flip my lid over here. This is who, and why is he so powerful?
Well, basically, he's very well liked by the Obama team. Biden has a lot of respect for this guy, David Shore. I encourage you to look at the article and listen to the arguments they're making. Basically, he did a calculation, and he's saying that with the actual population demographics in the United States, even if we maximize our black voter turnout participation of over 90%, we would still need to be able to capture an increased percentage of working class whites to be able to maintain control of the Senate. So what he's saying is that, yes, we might be able to win a presidency here or there, but it would be futile because with the demographics of how the country works, because we have a Senate that's basically undemocratic, right? Because you have a state like Wyoming in the Senate that gets the same representation as a state like New York or California, which are much more populated. And as a result, what he's saying is that the way the Senate works and the way in which the red states are populated, even if we did get the black voters to turn out in their districts, don't forget we also have a gerrymandered congressional apparatus as well. It would not really change the reality in the Congress and make that president, who would be a Democrat, able to govern. The only way we'll be able to maintain strong Democratic Party majorities in the Senate or in the House is if we appeal to those voters that traditionally were a part of the Democratic Party base before the 50-year counter-revolution against the New Deal Civil Rights Coalition, starting with Nixon. So he's making this argument, and Elie Mystal is like, y'all are about to throw us under the bus again. And I cite to another article by one of David Shore's acolytes. His name is Eric Levitz, and he's saying, listen, Elie Mystal is not saying anything that can prove that our numbers about how we need to appeal to these working class whites is incorrect.